And it's 3, 2, 1. Tonight, Rocky 25. Why do we review all these Detroit bands?
That's a good question.
It's because I live here. All right. So tonight, we're reviewing another band who's very busy around town. They're called the Hourlies. And I bought this song off of Bandcamp. And it's called Off My Balance. And it goes like this.
So here it comes once again. Another problem that knocks me off my balance. And when it finally ends, I know tomorrow will bring a new set. Stretch me like butter over too much bread. I wonder if I can continue operating at this full capacity for long.
Okay, I just want to say something different, Rocky 25. Instead of asking what you think of this song, I'm going to ask a loaded question. Is this a pussy song or what?
Oh, man. I almost asked you to turn it off.
It
Limp
sounded
dick.
like really bad Midnight at the Oasis vocals with, you know, who was that shitty 90s band, Everclear gayness in the middle when they turned on the distortion. This just sounds like a bunch of people that are self-indulged and they think they're showing off by playing these chops. And the song just sucks dog balls from start to finish. That falsetto spread thin like too much butter on like, just the dumbest fucking lyrics. Like, I'm like, what is this about? It's about you're a pussy, you're off your balance from a problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Not my music. They make it in a men's model. It's called Motorhead, to quote Gareth. But I was disgusted by this track.
Yeah.
You know,
It's hokey. It's drivel. You know, it's like he discovered some sound on his guitar. So let me play that 25 times during the song. And terrible lead. Random speeding up and then slowing down. I didn't quite understand that. Like, and I don't think it was on purpose either. So
it's another band that takes a shit in the middle of the song. They're trying to be heavy, I guess, like the Doors or something, like trying to play along and like bring the rhythm back up. And it's just like, if you saw this band, they're an opening band for sure. Opening up for some band you wanted to go see, I guarantee you would go take that Taco Bell dump or at least go get a beer and not fucking watch them. Because
not watchable.
this isn't just gay. This is Olympic diver Greg Louganis gay. Like,
Yep.
It just doesn't have any rock quality in it. It just sounds like a bunch of simpering queers, like, trying to show off.
Complete limp dick music.
Yeah, it's just like I don't want to hear what's next. Is this the opening for their set? But yeah,
and that song was almost 5 minutes long.
It was 5 minutes. It should have been 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The stupid guitar lead in the middle, where they're like, it's not a miracle that you figured out how to play like harmonizing thirds. It doesn't mean you should do it either. But they're trying to be like a '70s band, I think.
Yes.
And it's just but unfortunately, it comes across as contrived, like you said, and droll, hokey, and just like painful to listen to with that falsetto voice, which just sounds like shit, And I mean, Blue Oyster Cult would swing back and forth between clean chords, like Transmaniac on MC, if you know that song.
Yeah.
But they're Blue Oyster Cult. These faggots are not.
Negatory.
Yeah. And so I'm giving this, the timing was perfect. The band, they can play. I'll give them that, except it's gay, dude. When you're playing that Bill and Ted riff, like, it just sounds stupid. It sounds like they ripped off Johnny Winter or Edgar Winter, whoever it was, in the beginning. That Bill and Ted, just really retarded. If I was auditioning for a band and I heard them say, "Oh yeah, learn this song," I'd be like, "Go learn something else, guys." Like, I quit.
I quit before I started.
And it's shitty band name, the Hourlies. Shitty title, Off My Balance.
And the name of their CD is "Living with Yourself or Die Trying."
What?
Wow, that's clever.
Oh,
or live with yourself.
I need even more glasses. Okay. Living with yourself or die trying.
Oh.
Yeah, these are people that are like, not quite sure why they make pussy music like this, but I know why. It's because you suck. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 1.
Yeah. Hey, granted, it's not the worst we've heard out of Detroit bands.
True.
I think Bloodrune Sigil is the worst. No, excuse me. God bless you. The Lowcocks were the worst.
Yeah.
Bloodrune Sigil was a 2 out of 10. I'll give them a 3 out of 10. But, like I said, if I was watching them waiting for, like, the Strains or somebody else to come on, I'd be taking that Taco Bell dump. So, yeah, this band sucks. So, and here we are. God, it went 11:25 for that. But that was a long. The song was painfully, pointlessly long.
Yeah,
5 minutes
of
for that
Yeah.
shit. You know. Uh, I don't know. I just don't understand why people do these things. But it's not up to me.
No. Yeah.
So here we are. We're at the 12-minute mark, and we're going to turn this turd off right now.